Did you enable all the stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to do that in just a second.
I think that they really look forward to you coming, Cannon.
Really?
Look at them.
Oh, the animals? Yeah.
Yes.
I should have seen Stewie running at me meowing
Yeah.
from 30 feet away.
Yeah, look at he's like, he's here, he's here. My sister got 3 new cats. Wow. 3. Not just 1, 3.
Are they kittens?
No. She's the crazy cat lady, I'm telling you. One is like a Himalayan Scottish fold mix. So it kind of looks like Stewie, only with massive hair. And then a Maine Coon. And his buddy. He couldn't go without his buddy.
Oh, okay. That's why she got so many.
Yeah. So now she has 5. I'm like, oh, you caught up to me. Because we have 5. But only 1 that comes in.
Okay, I just got everything up. There's 10 people in here.
Yeah.
Diana Urban says hello, Karen and Cannon from Indiana.
Hi, Diana.
Janice C says hello from Massachusetts.
Wow, Massachusetts. Cool.
Julie Knowlton, hello from Maine.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, everybody.
Cool, we're going to make a bunny today. We're going to make this bunny. You know, I've been messing with these moons. I could show you how to do this, but then I would probably have to kill myself. No, it would take way too long. See, he's going to sit in. Can you see him on there?
Yep, everything looks
cool.
Good.
All right, so he's going to sit in this moon eventually. You know, like the pink one that I did. But I posted a template. So there is a template, and you know, I'll put it on the website. There is a moon wire template, because all this is a wire with, it's kind of like making the Santa moon, and it's wrapped. It just takes forever because it's not hooked together, so it just takes forever to get it right. Otherwise, I'd show you. It takes forever. But we're gonna do this bunny. I don't know. Do you want to talk about stuff first before we start?
Whatever you want to talk about.
What do you think? What do you think? It's gorgeous outside right now. It's gorgeous. Okay, it's a little cold still, right?
Yeah, it's clear and cold.
Clear and cold. But this morning it was frozen solid and cold. Again. Yes.
Supposed to get colder next week too. Like
I don't mind the
low 20s every night.
Yeah, it's always low 20s here.
It's gonna be in the 17s then.
probably the 15s.
Yeah.
Probably in the 15s. I don't know. It's been cold, but it's foggy in the morning, so we can't go out and work in the morning because it's too cold. It's too cold. So let's make a bunny. So we're gonna make a little tiny armature. You need 3 6-inch. These are those real pipe cleaners that are actually for cleaning out smoking pipes. They're 6 inches and they have pokies. They're really kind of cool because they make the wool stick really easy. So we're gonna make his little armature, and it's fairly easy. So you have one, and you're gonna bend. This is like an inch. You bend this over an inch. You know, I like these pipe cleaners, but they hurt. They hurt your fingers because they have the wires in them. So find center on 2 of them. Guess what? Arms and legs. Easy. This is an easy little guy. So about 1.5 inches down, we're just going to wrap this around, and that's going to be his arms. See what else is going on. Oh, you know what? Wait, before I start, I can show them something cool. I'm not leaving. I'm just going behind me. I got 4 new cool things. I just went behind me. I have 4 new really cool blends. These are sari silk and recycled wool. This is great for animals. So they're all sari silk and recycled wool. I did put them on the website. Very fun colors. Think turtles, right? Can't you see turtles out of that?
Maybe a frog.
Or frog. Red. Think the Santa moon. This would be cool for the Santa moon. Or landscapes. I got a bunch of it. We're really gonna wet felt with them. My friends and I are gonna try some wet felting. I say try because I'm not really good at it. But it takes like 4 ounces per thing we're gonna do. Okay, back to this. All right, bend this up like an inch. Bend that up like an inch. And then the skin tone is coming soon. The good skin tone color is coming soon. Coming soon. I'm excited. So that's all it is to make his little armature. So this should be about 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches, 1.5 inches to 1 inch. So at each end, we're gonna end up bending in about 1/4 inch. So I just pre-make those bends. So you're gonna start with core wool. Roving works the best for this, not the batting. Starting with the core wool. This is just like making the mouse, only we're gonna make it into the bunny. The main differences are he has big feet, little hands. He's got these little thighs here. Ears are different. Just a little bit different. It's like making the mouse though. I didn't know what he was going to be when I started him on Monday. I didn't. I just started just like I'm starting now. So I just made a little wrap around his shoulders. And I'm going to go around twice. I want to know if anybody else is making him at the same time. Sorry we haven't done a live in a long time. It's just, life. Life has got in the way. I'm just going to go down. So I like to secure all the body parts first so they're not all over the place. There's a piece of something. So John's been learning how to garden. He doesn't like it very much. We haven't had any rain, so it's been awesome. So we've been trying to get the gardens cleaned out. I don't know if Cannon likes gardening either. I don't think so. Dirt?
I don't do a lot of gardening.
No?
My house is pretty maintenance free. My yard.
Yeah, unfortunately, someone named John booked some weddings in April. So I told him not to book anything before May. And then he goes and books them in April. I'm wrapping this around his head. And so now we got to kind of pick up the pace a little bit and make everything look good before April.
Julie Knowlton said she's making dinner.
Nice. Well, yeah, she's in Maine. Yeah. What's for dinner?
And then Nikki said hi. Nikki from Chicago.
Hi, Nikki.
Helen Onfrio said hello from snowy New York.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We don't get snow here. Well, we get snow. We can see it, right?
Just up in the mountains.
Yeah, we can see it far off in the distance, but you have to drive to it here, which is great. And I say that from a knowing, since I grew up in Michigan, where there was lots and lots of snow, it's kind of nice to be able to see it and only deal with it if you want to.
Julie's making chicken pie.
Oh, chicken pot pie? Yum.
Probably. That sounds good.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah. Tammy Mutton said hi, all from Spokane, Washington.
Okay, cool. She's in the no rain zone right now too. I bet she's enjoying it.
Someone said hello from Rhode Island.
Got lots of East Coast people on.
Linda says hi, Karen. Ann Felters from Franklin, Kentucky.
Yep. Cool.
Janice likes your blends and she wants you to post pictures of your wet felted creations.
Oh, we're gonna try and make Natasha Sills she's a really good wet felter. She has a book on making these purses on these balls, on bouncy balls. And we have the balls, we have the bowls, we have everything we need now. We're ready to roll. What we need is it to be warmer outside. Because it's not really an indoor thing, what we're gonna do. Okay, so look, I've got his little body. So now I'm not going to go down his arms because his arms are skinny. I want them to be all white, and I'm only going to go to here on his legs. So, but we're just going to build him up a little bit. The thing about armatures is they always get in the way.
Karen Fowler is here. She says hi, everyone.
Hi, Karen. We'll get your orders straightened out one of these days. I don't know how many of you use PayPal, but PayPal is finicky sometimes. Super finicky. His body seems really long. You know, and if the body seems too long, just scrunch it up in there. I know right now it looks like an ant, right?
Something.
Doesn't it look like an ant? Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of corbel and make a little pillow because I want his front to be fatter than his back. And I'm going to put it right here, and then I'm going to wrap it with the core. Just got to give it time. The wool will tell you what it wants to be. They give us so many ideas on what to felt cannon. We got a giant list.
Is there a felting list?
Well, did you see it?
No.
All the suggestions? I know you guys want to do faces. I'm not super great at faces, but I can give you a rendition. I mean, I'm okay at them. I mean, gnomes are the easiest because it's just a nose. It's the easiest. It's the easiest. So this bunny's going to be a fat little bunny.
There's 30 people watching.
Cool. Cool. 30 people taking time out of their day to hang out with me. How fun. You know, if you're ever in Oregon, or you are in Oregon, come and visit me. I don't go very many places. I did need to go to Costco today, Cannon. But we waylaid that because of yesterday. We want to apologize for being a day late.
Yeah.
I didn't know Cannon had a dentist appointment. Apparently neither did he until yesterday.
I just get the text today beforehand, you know, to confirm the appointment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my neurosurgeon's office, they text me like 100 times. Confirm your appointment. Are you still coming? Well, duh. Of course I'm coming.
Well.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how much they actually confirm the appointments. Okay, so we know that his little knee is going to be there. So we're going to build up down to there. Just a little bit. Kind of make this cone shape right here.
Someone said, or Memory Bradley Art.
Oh, hi, Memory.
Yeah, they said hello from Phoenix.
Oh, it's nice and warm down there, I bet.
And someone said, Charlotte Jackson says, "Hi Karen, felting with you from Eagle Point."
That's Charlotta. It's Charlotta. I know you wouldn't know, but that's how you say it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Charlotta. Hi, Charlotta. Rip and I were thinking we needed you and your training skills yesterday. Charlotta trains herding dogs.
Oh, nice.
Well, yeah. Rip needs to go to the school of Charlotta. He's becoming way too exuberant.
He's got a lot of energy.
Well, he does, especially. Well, let me tell you guys a funny story because it was kind of funny. So my friend Ellie, her grandson's been doing a lot of work for me around here because neck. I don't want migraine because when I do it, I get a migraine. So instead, I'm paying Spencer to do it. So Spencer was cleaning out my barn. Everybody says that sheep are stupid. Well, let me tell you, they're not. They got Spencer's number. Boy, did they. So they figured out that when he would go do a dump from the barn, he would leave the gate open. So they would walk out the gate. And I'm like, Spencer, what are you doing? He's like, oh my gosh, I left the gate open. I didn't think they'd see it. Well, they saw it. So the next time he went to do a dump, he left the gate open again. And they were in the pasture. By the time he got back, they were not in the pasture anymore. They were on the driveway. And I'm like, Spencer, they're on to you. And I'm out there. I was out there with him. But I'm like, okay, next time, tell me that you're going to go do a dump and I will come and man the gate. So he doesn't tell me, but he shuts the gate because he thinks that they don't know how to open a gate. Well, he had another thing coming because they opened the gate and they were on the driveway again. It was pretty funny. I was laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, my sheep have your number. They definitely have your number. Good thing I have their number because they like grain. Anyways, it was pretty funny. And then he left the inside gate open. It was closed but unclipped, and Poppy just goes walking right through it. She's like, yep, no clip, I'm going in. 4 times they got him. It was pretty funny. So you can see I am building up his little hocks along here. Right along here. And bunnies have large hocks. The hock area right here. They have powerful little muscles. And my guy, I'm making him to be sitting because he's going to sit on that moon. But you can make yours to be standing if you want. It will probably stand up. And Charlotta must be working from home because it's only 3 o'clock.
Yeah, maybe. Lorena Whitwer says, hello from foggy Springfield, Oregon.
Oh, yeah. Your order went out today.
It's been foggy here, too.
Well, the fog burns off. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, because it's just terrible. It's depressing.
Yeah.
It's very...
It's like a cemetery.
It is. It's like a scary cemetery in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like right now, just knowing the sun's out, plus I can kind of see it, makes me happy.
Yeah, it's super nice. Charlotta says, yeah, she works from home.
Today. Yeah. Cool. So now are you felting instead of working? Because that's what I really want to know.
She's multitasking.
Multitasking.
Lorena said it's not burning off here, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. It just does. I hate the fog. All my little bulbs are coming up. It's kind of nuts how much bulbs are coming up already. But we're almost all the way across the yard. John has developed a vigorous dislike of rose bushes. We got all the rose bushes pruned. And some of them had never been pruned since we've been in here, so it was a big job. But it's looking good. Hopefully I didn't kill them, because I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to roses. But everybody seems to think you can't kill a rose bush. But they've never met me. I think they're going to be way happier because they can breathe again. See, he's getting his little belly. So you can see him happening already. See this? I know it looks small still, doesn't it? He will get bigger when we add the white. Remember when you're felting and you're doing an armature and you're going to put a top coat on, you want this core wool to be smaller than your finished product because it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger the more wool we add. I'm using the 38 star spiral. You guys know that's my favorite. Totally my favorite needle. Just take your time and shape his little legs. I'm trying to decide what to cook for next meetup Monday. I don't know yet. I don't know. I treated everybody to something I don't know you would like, Cannon, last week.
What was it?
It was my homemade sauerkraut. It was Polish. Onion, sauerkraut, potatoes, and sausage. It was delicious. You don't like sauerkraut though, do you?
No.
I didn't think so. You might like homemade sauerkraut though. It's not, or do you like cabbage at all?
Not really.
Then you wouldn't like it probably. Do you like Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, I'd eat Brussels sprouts.
Well, then you might eat this. Homemade sauerkraut isn't like what you buy, what like you get in the store. It's not as sharp. It's good. So we're gonna go down just a little tiny bit, trying to give him a shoulder. This is where you get to even them out. So basically this is just like making the mouse, except you turn it into a bunny. I think I'm gonna dress mine in like some little overalls. I haven't decided yet. Before he sits on the moon. Turn forward, guy. See, I think my guy's too tall, so I'm going to start felting down this way, and it will kind of scrunch him down a little bit. Stewie's coming to visit Cannon. I'm telling you, Cannon, they know when you're coming. Okay, so I think I'll do a little bit more on his head, and then we're going to switch to some Snow White. So let's build up his neck. So the best way to build up his head is to go wrap around. You don't want to build up his nose too much, just like the mouse. So it's kind of like a figure 8 bandage on his head. Hope I'm not out of the frame.
That's all good.
I bet you wish you were hiking right now.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I went to the gym at noon, so I'm pretty tired.
How long were you there?
For an hour. lifting weights.
The gym and I are not friends. The physical therapist and I are friends, but the gym and I are not friends. I'd be afraid I'd hurt myself.
Yeah.
He's getting there. Starting to take shape. This is a quick one today. Well, not really. So I'm felting with you live. So one of our secrets in our videos is, I'm going to tell them our secret, is, you know, a lot of this stuff, I will have a body ready that I've already felted all the way around so we can shave time. So I'm really not as fast as I look. But today we're going to do it all together. You know, I used to be able to felt while I was watching TV, and I can't really do that anymore. You know, with it in my lap, because I can't look down. Can't do that anymore. Kind of stinks.
They never get to see you when you stab yourself either. So that could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, Cannon always edits out me stabbing myself. We don't want any blood on TV. I still stab myself. I've been felting for 100 million years, and I still stab myself all the time. I'll go right through it into my hand. And it's because I don't work on my felting pad like you should be doing. You know, do as I say, not as I do. I work up in the air more now. This guy has a big belly. I wonder if Janice has Janice tuned in? Janice from Central Point?
I'm not sure. I just see a Janice C in here.
No, she'd be Janice L. Hopefully by now you guys have all entered the contest, but I gotta tell you, you only need to enter one time. Entering 2 times does not get you more entries. Just get entered 1 time. And it tracks you on my website how many times people have entered. It's kind of funny. Some people have entered a lot. I'm like, oh, okay.
I really like that sheep that we're giving away.
Yeah.
Everyone likes it. But...
I like it too. Well, I love making those sheep. And no, I'm never going to teach that. That's my signature sheep. I've made that sheep forever and ever. He's my cheat sheep. I do have more of them.
Diana said it wakes you up when you stab yourself.
Doesn't
That's
it?
for sure.
Doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to switch to white. So I'm just using snow. I think this is a piece of a bat of snow. And I'm going to start wrapping his head. Yeah, it can wake you up. I have fallen asleep felting, you guys. I really have. Oh, I should tell them my funny story. Did I tell my story about the 12 pounds of stuff in the last video?
That you ordered when you were drugged?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone thought that was funny.
Yeah. Don't go wool shopping after, you know, you've had an accident. I was trying to decide if I wanted to dye that this morning, but then I thought Kaden would say, you have dye on your fingers. We are doing a video. Sometimes I get dye on my fingers when I'm dyeing, so then I'll have orange hands or blue hands. How many people have noticed that the videos are on our website now? And like they don't have to go all the way to YouTube if they don't want to. Has anybody noticed that? because we haven't told anybody that. You know, we never told anyone that.
Yeah.
So I want this bunny, I want his nose to be flat right there. So I'm just gonna put a piece on. There's no scientific method to how I make this bunny, really, except for how you build his.
Julie, Knowlton, Janice, and Diana said they all saw it and noticed.
Okay, cool. Cool. Might make it easier. I don't know. Put everything in one place. I need to update my pictures on my website.
Memory asked if I've ever felted.
No, wait a minute.
We did that one time. I took a class.
Yeah, he
at
did,
Karen's.
and he did really, really well. He did well. Did he like it? Not really. I don't think so.
No, I didn't dislike it. It's just not my thing. Arts and crafts.
Cars are Cannon's things. He likes cars. Specific cars.
Corvettes.
Corvettes. That's what Cannon likes. So the bunny head is your typical triangle, flat. You know, a lot of things are the same shape. You're just going to put different ears, and it's just crazy how so many things are the same shape. It's just how you detail them as to what you end up with. Felting is all about shapes and making different shapes. You're going to notice I don't use this guy very often because once, I don't know, I'm not doing a big giant thing. Sometimes I do. So I like under the jaw to be flat. So I kind of work this a little bit so it's flat. This is usually where I poke myself. Yeah, remember when we first started making videos, somebody yelled at me and said that I shouldn't be teaching people how to felt because I'm not working on my felting mat.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, what? I'm like, okay, I would work on my felting mat if I could. So you can see the head starting to firm up, and we're gonna go back and add some cheeks in a little while. Now I'm gonna start working my way down. I'm gonna start working my way down. So let's finish an arm. Yeah, it's like if I could bend my head, I would do it. Sometimes I get really mad that I can't bend my head. I'll give you a for instance. I was putting away a little bit of fiber and one of them rolled under the rack. John's gonna have to get it because I can't look under there. I can't look under the dang rack. I'm like, gosh darn it. You know, it's just frustrating. It just gets frustrating sometimes. Stupid, simple things.
Someone said 24 years ago there were no felting mats. That's when I first learned.
Cool. There were not. Okay, so 24 years? About the same time. There weren't any. I love the wool mats. I stock the foam ones because, you know, they're inexpensive, and if people are not sure they want to felt forever, because, you know, a wool mat's forever. The one I work on every day is hard as a rock. I've worked on it so much. But Canon won't let me use that one because it's kind of ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It used to be pink, but it has so many colors of fibers in it, it's not pink anymore. Yeah. 24 years. Yeah, I've been felting about that long. Long time. So there we have a little hand. So we have By folding that wire in at the end, it does two things. It doesn't stick out and it makes a little hand. He's starting to solidify as we go. I keep calling it a he, but it could be a she. You know, this could be a she bunny. It could be. We're going to go do the other arm. You can see I'm trying to keep it pretty thin. And I go all the way past and bend that end in. I don't like to bend it in until I cover it because it's pokey. Those wires are still pokey. I mean, if you wanted to make little fingers on these, you could. I'm always in awe of people who can make tiny mouse fingers. I probably could. I don't think I have the patience for it. So let's just cover this up right here. Nobody else is cooking dinner?
Not that they've said.
Well, John and I went to Phil's Frosty yesterday.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah. They have the best hamburgers for a simple little hamburger. So what made me think of that is when he came home today, he heated up our leftover French fries in the air fryer. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but that was like the best thing in the air fryer is leftover French fries. They were just like new. And he brought me some while I was in here working. And Rip wanted some. French fries are one of Rip's favorite things. He loves French fries. He will put his head on your leg until you give him one. It's hard to resist him. So first I'm going to cover his little belly. Yeah, this guy's a little longer than I like, but oh well. There is a blue thread.
Janice C says, I'm warming up some lentil, sausage, and spinach stew.
Yum! Now that sounds delicious. Probably not to you, but it does to me.
That's just lentil is beans, right?
It's
like a bigger bean.
It's a little flat bean. Little bean.
Yeah, no, I would eat that.
You would?
I like spinach and sausage.
In soup?
Yeah.
You didn't really like my bean soup though. It's very similar to
salty.
that.
That was the salty one, right?
Well, yeah, that's because that ham was so salty.
It was good still.
Yeah, it was too salty. It was way salty.
Yeah, good thing you stopped me from adding salt.
Yeah, like don't put any salt in it. Oh yeah. Every once in a while you get a ham that's super salty. Every once in a while. That reminds me, I forgot to tell John that somebody wants us to get a half of pig. All right, so let's go down and do a leg here. I much prefer working with roving rather than batting. I'm just trying to use this up. Again, so now we're going to build a foot. Let's go back up.
Lucky Space Puppy says hello from a mild Scotland tonight.
Oh.
He says that they say it's 11:30 at night and they're just getting to wind down for the evening.
Okay. Well, first you have to tell us what your real name is. What's your real name? So for his foot, I'm going to just add on. Scotland, that's where my sheep come from. they live in the land of awesome sheep. So for his foot, I'm just building up a foot here. I wrapped way past the wire. I'll tell you how much in a minute. Because there's his knee, here's his foot. And we're just going to shape a foot. I may have to add more still. So, Lucky Space Puppy, does that mean that they went to outer space?
Someone named, I think Sarah Owen says, we are Scotland too.
Nice.
Jan Lambert says, hey Karen.
Oh, there's Janice.
Love your foot method. Julie Knowlton says, I love his feet also.
Yep, we're going to do that. When you need big feet, you need big feet. So these take a minute. You just got to stab them because you want them pretty firm because we're going to add pink to the bottom. We're going to give them toes. You don't have to give them toes, but it's always cute if you do. Somebody that took classes from me a way long time ago was here yesterday. And Jan would know her. Mary Carol was here yesterday. And Mary Carol is, there's only one other person I know that felt as hard as Mary Carol. Oh my goodness. To me, felting that hard is a waste of energy. But she uses her felties in the Waldorf school. So they get used a lot. So maybe felting hard is good. But boy, oh boy. I mean, I don't come anywhere near close to felting that hard ever. Even when I'm going for semi-solid. I feel like it's kind of a waste of energy. But if you want to, you can, I suppose.
Lucky Space Puppy says, Karen, my real name is Lori.
Okay, cool.
And I have absolutely no idea how that name popped up. And she says,
awesome.
She says, I have no idea how to change it.
It's awesome. Now I want to felt a dog that's Lucky Space Puppy. That's an awesome name. Does YouTube just randomly assign you names?
I don't think so. I think they put that in there sometime.
Or a child did.
Yeah.
So you want your foot to be wide at the end and narrow down here at the bottom, and getting it narrow is the hard part. For me anyways. Like a bunny foot. And then remember that there's a heel. You know, that these little, that when your foot comes down, there's a little bump out here in the back. So we're gonna just do this. And now here's where we build up his big leg. Yeah, it's late in Scotland. Aren't they 8 hours ahead of us?
Sounds like it's probably 11:42 there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I would be way asleep by then. You wouldn't. Nope. But I get up at 3. So Janice gets up pretty early too. I think we might need to have like a early morning felting Zoom. For those of us that don't sleep.
What's this bunny called so I can put it in the title?
Just a little bunny.
Just a little bunny.
Just a little bunny.
Little bunny tutorial.
It's because he is pretty little.
Yeah.
I don't normally make little things like this. It's much easier to felt larger items than it is to felt little items. And I know people are intimidated by making things bigger at first when they first start felting. Don't be. As long as your arm, but you do have to have armature if you're going to go big. That got kind of messy. Oh, I meant to contact the Power Wax people and see how our formula was coming along and when would it be available. We were talking about that. I opened my last container of it. I have one big container left and I'm like, what am I gonna do if this runs out? You know, like a drug addict would say, I cannot run out of Power Wax. I get like that when my hay gets low too for the sheep. Oh my gosh, we're gonna run out. We gotta go get hay. I don't ever want to be caught with no feed for my sheep. Lambs are coming, I think. My ram I used was pretty young. I'm thinking he did his job, at least on some of them. One of them I really wanted lambs out of. I don't think he did his job. But I have another month and a half. And she was one of the late ones, so. So you want these feet to be kind of firm so that we can put toes on. See, I just stabbed myself. No breaks. So I didn't wrap this leg tight enough when I wrapped it. So it's pretty loose, which is why I'm working on it so much. Remember, work smarter, not harder. So I should have wrapped it tighter. So we got half of him done. Have any of you guys made the little bird? I want to know. I haven't seen any pictures of the little bird yet. Have you?
Maybe one.
Oh, wait, maybe a couple. I want to know if anyone's made the little bird. So the reason that I didn't wrap that tight is because I'm using this bat. So I'm drawing it out to make it like roving. And I'm going to wrap it a little tighter this time. I'm going to bend that back. And now I'm just going to make a foot. It's very important to make your feet the same length. Sorry, I get quiet when I'm thinking, you guys.
Someone commented today that I think they wanted you to add another fairy kit to your shop.
Oh, yes. Oh, and the leprechauns. Okay, I'm working on that. I am working on that. the leprechauns, I know people are ready to make leprechauns for March. And I have to make sure I have enough red beard locks. Pretty sure I do. But that is on the list, actually. You can even verify that's on my list. It's over there.
Okay.
It's on the list. And fairy flower houses and leprechauns. I just made a whole bunch more ultimate kits. You guys got to remember, I'm a one-woman show. Unless I beg my husband and I go slow. I don't mean to not go slow. When I get up in the morning, I have to decide how bad of a migraine I want that day as to what I get done. Because it depends on how I move my head around. It stinks. Kind of stinks that I have to plan my day that way, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, my plan did not work. See, my batting came loose. Okay. So basically, it depends on how bad my headache is when I wake up as to what I can get done. Janice helped me not have a headache too bad the other day because we worked a whole bunch of roving into stock. I'd still be doing it if it wasn't for her.
Lorena Whitwer says, bird made, but scared to do the legs. LOL.
Oh, don't be scared. It's just wire that you bend. Don't be scared to make the legs. The legs are the easy part. You just gotta stuff them through there. I've tried a couple different ways, and I was successful mostly. So a different way I did them, because I was playing with it afterwards, was I took the bird after he was felted and I cut a channel where the legs go, where you round it and the legs go. And I stuffed them in there and I glued them in. And actually that worked really well. Like maybe I should show them how to do that. So like pretend this is the bird. I just cut a channel, stuffed them in, stuffed some hot glue in there. And then after the hot glue dried, I felted it closed. Because I want them to stand up really good. And sometimes those wires are, you know, wobbly. But it worked. And I was like, oh, this is an alternative method. I was like, this might work good. It's a cheat. You know me and the cheats. Sometimes you just gotta work smarter, not harder, to achieve what you need to achieve. And by doing that, it was pretty quick. I was like, oh, this might work. So I just snipped a channel, stuffed it in there, put some glue in there. Yeah, this guy is just too tall, but that's okay. I'm gonna scrunch him a little.
It's a medium bunny.
He's a medium bunny. Well, he's just tall.
Yeah, he's still pretty small. Julie Knowlton said that she hasn't made the bird yet. She's been looking for a 100% wool sweater in a thrift shop, but the mitten makers have bought them all up.
Oh, you know what else would work, Julie? Wool socks work, and they're pretty inexpensive to buy new. And you can get them in cool, cool things. Look in your closet. Anything wool. The hard part's matching your wool to the, I guess it doesn't really need to match. I did do a yellow one. Did I show him the yellow one, Cannon?
I think think so. I think that was in the YouTube picture.
The yellow bird?
Yeah.
I don't think I did the yellow bird until after.
Oh, really?
He's over there. I had a yellow argyle sweater that I played with. And I was testing out the new recycled, oh gosh, what is the name of that? It's a recycled wool, it's in the yellows. It's kind of a gold color, it's kind of cool. Kind of like it. And it worked well on the bird. You know, I gotta test these colors before I let you guys have at them. See what they're gonna be. The recycled wools are felting up pretty well. There's a red one, an orange one, and a yellow one. And those are just recycled wool that I added to the shop. They were intriguing to me. Oh, I like him. Okay, he's getting better. I never know if I'm gonna like them until they actually start to come together. So I'm building up his little behind right here. You know, we could have a guest felter come on and Janice could teach everybody how to do faces. Because that's her specialty. She does lots of people. Lots and lots of people.
Is that Janice Lambert?
Yep.
Okay.
Have you met her?
No.
She doesn't think she's met you.
No, I don't think we met her. That would be nice to meet her. She said, "Hey, Cannon, I'll get to meet you someday."
You just need to come to meet up Monday.
Meet up Monday. She comes to most of those.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
She is going on a cruise though. Next month. So she's gonna be gone for a couple weeks. Playing. He's starting to get pretty firm. You can probably hear it. Nice, solid little bunny. So see, we've almost got him. Sit down, buddy. Oh, I need a little white there. Needs a little white. I missed a spot. So Ren has been terrorizing Mira. Ren is my guardian dog puppy I kept. And Mira is my old dog, who is the best guardian dog we've ever had. And my hope, even though Trini is out there, Trini just hangs out in the barn. Ren is following Mira around. And you know, Mira's old. She's 12, I think. We figured out. And Mira will just sit down and Ren barks at her like, come on, we got work to do. It's pretty funny. And then finally Mira will like, grouse at her. Like, shut up, young one, I'm taking a nap. It's pretty funny. But that's my hope, that Ren will learn from Miss Mira. Okay, we are ready for some ears and to finish the head. So you can see he has a little belly sticking out right here. I'm going to keep working that smaller so that he has this little belly. This is where you start sculpting them. You know, when they start to get solidified like this, this is where you can really start making them come to life. And adding in all your details. I got a wrinkle right there that I don't like. Okay. And I might add more to this, but we'll see in a second. bozo feet. Okay, we're gonna make some ears. You know, the amount of wool that I used on these is pretty small. So, I mean, I don't even think I used a half an ounce of white or even a whole ounce of core on the guy. It's pretty little. So 2 little spots. These ears are 1.5 inches high, about. And you know, I always draw them together with my needle and then just fold them over. Your laptop's making noise.
Yeah, the fan came on, huh?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
We overheated your laptop.
Janice C says, looks like the little bunny did leg day at the gym with Cannon.
Well, they have little muscular legs. You did leg day. I do that chair yoga. And I'm going to tell you, the worst day of all is hand day.
Really?
Yeah. Who knew? You know how much arthritis you have in your hand after you do hand yoga. Let me tell you.
Gosh.
By 5 o'clock on the day of hand day, I can hardly move my hands. They are getting better, though. Getting old sucks.
Isn't your hand strength like dexterity or something like that?
My hand strength is insane.
That's what it's called, is dexterity.
No, it is. So you guys know I broke my wrist, right? And I had to do, when I fell, I had to do therapy. And actually, this started before then. You know, 2022 was a bad year for me. I broke my hand in the spring. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I fell. I was carrying a pair of shears, pruning shears. This is when I was still very able-bodied. And I was coming across and I tripped on a hose guide, but I was carrying the shears facing me. And I'm like, I am going to impale myself. So I stuck my arm way out and I broke my hand right here.
Mm. Oh.
Okay, that was very painful. But I'm doing physical therapy after, it healed. And the guy goes, oh, we need to test your hand strength. And he has me squeeze this thing with the broken hand. And he goes, oh, look, you're almost at normal. And I'm like, nuh-uh, because I'm thinking of what I can do, right? So then he does my non-dominant hand. And he's like, oh my gosh, this is your non-dominant hand. I said, I told you, my right hand is not back up to its normal. Yeah, I have really strong hands, even after breaking both wrists. Farmer strong, that's what it is. Although sometimes I still can't open a jar of pickles or something.
Hey, they sometimes they beat the best of us.
They can defeat the strongest person I know. Big jar of pickles.
Sometimes I have to set them down and give them a second go.
Or run them under hot water. Beat on them with a knife. But, man, sometimes you just can't get into that jar of pickles. That's why I like home canned ones, because then you can just pop the top off. Well, I'm already planting my vegetable garden. We're going to put corn inside the sunflowers this year. Although my husband was less than thrilled at that, too. He doesn't like digging up the sunflower stalks, because they can be pretty beefy. So this ear is not beefy enough, so I'm going to add just a little.
Someone said, Cannon, are you her son?
Nobody could be.
Yeah.
He could be. You would be my youngest son. My kids are all older than Cannon. I think Alicia's 37, and she's the youngest.
Wow.
Yeah. She's the stepchild. I don't have any children of my own. I have all stepdaughters. Who needs more children when you have 3 stepdaughters?
Right.
Right? And I have grandkids already. You're not making grandkids yet for your mom.
Mm-mm.
You should be. Does that subject come up?
No. Not really.
Colton's not either.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we have 2 little ears. We're going to put some pink in them before we put them on. Aren't you the youngest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although sometimes you act like the oldest when it comes to Colton.
Yeah.
He doesn't watch our videos, right?
No. I don't get any support from the family on the videos.
They think we're nuts.
No.
Oh no,
they like it. It's
your
just,
grandma gives you support. I
Yeah.
know she does.
it's just like a felting thing. So if
I know. Your friends probably think we're crazy.
yeah, my friends definitely don't watch.
You guys, this was all Cannon's idea, by the way, the video thing. I am not one to get in front of the camera, believe it or not. All right, so this ear, I'm gonna fold this ear right here and just give it a couple stabs down here. Definitely not one to get in front of the camera.
So they said, well, hi, Cannon. I've been watching for a long time, and you were always mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm always here.
Well, yeah, he's always here. So then the ears are just gonna go back here.
This is our 3rd year.
It is. First year we were kind of slow, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of slow.
Yeah, you were in a neck brace.
I was in a neck brace most of that year.
First 6 months.
Yeah, we were gonna start it the year before, but then I went and fell off the barn. So, yeah, things happen. Don't fall off your barn. So I just attach these ears, and then I'm gonna cover up my attachment, and I'm gonna build up the back of the head at the same time. So I'm gonna use all this extra back here. Build this all up. We're gonna add more to his cheeks too. And notice he's still not all white here. I still gotta finish covering that.
Diana Urban said, thank you, Karen and Cannon. I have to run, but we'll finish watching tomorrow.
Cool. And then you guys gotta post them when you make them. And you know what? Somebody said, well, I don't want to post in your group because it's not something I taught you. You know what? I don't care if it's something I taught you. Post whatever you make. That's the fun part of felting, is that you can make anything. I want to see what you make. That's the best part of felting. Anything goes. So that built up the back of his head right to there. Isn't it amazing how much bigger he is than when we started? Just from adding all of this white. And I'm just smoothing it out right now. And then I like to get down in here. I can hear the dogs barking. Somebody is either walking their dogs or they didn't like that last car that went by. Oh, someone's probably walking by because now Rip's involved. Okay, let's take a little tiny bit of white and I'm going to build up the cheek right here. We have a lot of neighbors on the loop that like to walk. And some of them bring their dogs. And instead of walking on the other side of the road, they walk on the same side of the road where our dogs are, my guardian dogs. And you know, guardian dogs don't like other dogs. They just don't. It's their thing. So now put a little piece on this side. So I'm one of those people who sculpts without a plan. So, you know, you look at a picture and you go, okay, so it's going to need more right here, just like adding. I don't really have a specific way I build stuff. I just kind of add as I go. I don't know how many of you do that. There's a piece of wire right there that I didn't get turned back far enough. Because you just got to let the wool tell you what it wants to do. Have I cut things heads off? Yes. Because I didn't do it right? Yes. So to sculpt the bunny's face, you know, it's a little bit narrower right there. And then we have a cheek. We know that the eye is going to be here. It's in the line with the nose. So we know one eye is going to be right there. One eye is going to be right there. Draw an imaginary line from the ear to where the nose goes. I'm just going to draw a line where the nose goes. You can make this a little heart for his nose, or you can make it just a line. I tend to go down the front, not all the way to the bottom, and then veer off to the side. I can kind of visualize where his little mouth goes. And we're going to go to the other side now. I have a wire right there. And what happens to me, and I don't know if it happens to you guys, is that one side always, and it's always this side, this is the side that's my nemesis, always has less fiber on it than the other. So I have to build up this little cheek so it doesn't sink in. But I'm way better at the right side of my head than the left. It's like you have a dominant side when it comes to felting. Does that happen to anybody else? Don't know. So you can see he's going to end up with a little chin right here. I don't know. Can you see what I'm doing on the video?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. You can see the lines?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to make a brown bunny, but I figure you could see better with white. So here, remember I said I like it flat under here.
Lucky Space Puppy, or Lori.
Lori.
She said, Karen, is there one creation you've made that you're particularly proud of?
Yeah, my fairy, my big fairy. It's my favorite one I ever did. She's sitting up there now, Cannon.
Yeah.
I moved her. Made a big, it was a fair entry. And it's the one thing I did that I had to say, put down the needles. I had to stop because I kept adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. But the stump she's sitting on has a face. It's just got tons of details. But it was And she lights up. She's holding a light up ball in her hand. So yeah, it was my favorite thing I ever did. It was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. I don't know. She's got a handmade crown. I think buying the jewels for her crown costs more than anything else. I feel like this bunny needs a bow tie. So I'm covering up the last of the core wool. I think I've got it all. And then we'll do some details. You know, you're not supposed to do what I just did. You know how I was just using my needles as a tool because there was some stuff in that. You're not supposed to do that because you break needles. I still do. So again, do as I say, not as I do. Get the back of, work this in so it's all nice and smooth in the back of his head. Okay, while I'm back here, so I have a couple little silver blue-faced Lester locks. And I'm just going to poke him on his butt while we're here. This is going to be his tail. You guys, make sure you like our video. You know, that always helps us out. And share it with your friends that like to felt. I wish we could do a contest for shares, Cannon.
That would be interesting.
I don't know how we would track it.
Yeah.
So I'm poking this in, but I don't want to lose all the locks. So that's all I'm going to poke it. So he has his little tail and he has his little feet. So let's put his eyeballs on. So I have some black here. So the eyes are not round. I did them like almond shaped on this guy. And it doesn't take a lot. Might take more than that though. Yeah, are we at 7,000 yet?
Yeah.
We did? We got to
We've been to
7,000?
7,000. We've been to 7,000.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at 7,540
Woohoo.
something.
Oh my gosh.
We got to 7,000 in November.
Why
So
was I thinking?
our next milestone's 8,000.
Next milestone's 8,000.
Yeah.
We're just a little YouTube channel,
We're
you
just
guys.
small.
We're just a baby channel.
Yeah.
We're just a baby channel. Oh, it's gonna need more. So I'm just gathering this fiber on the needle, making his little eyeball. A lot of you like to use the little beads, and that works too. I've just always been a purist when it comes to the eyes. I like to use the wool. And I like to gather this up because, you know, black on white never looks good when you have stray fibers. And it will make Cannon crazy. So I'm not making it round, I'm almond shaping it. And I'm on the side of his head. Do you know what happened while Spencer was here? It was great. My feed room got rearranged and reorganized for the first time since I had my accident. It was great. I can actually walk in there again.
Good.
Yeah. It's great when you have help. Couldn't have done it by myself. John's just been throwing stuff in there. Lambing time is coming. I needed to make sure all the lambing supplies were stocked. I know. Who knew it took so much supplies to have lambs? Just gotta make sure you have everything in case. things can go wrong in a second. The breed of sheep I have, they're pretty domesticated. And they have these big old heads that get stuck, which is never fun. All I'm doing right now is taking little bits of fiber and filling in those lines that I drew. I'm always open for tips if anybody has any other tips on how they do it too. Make everybody's life easier. I think the biggest takeaway on doing details is just using very few fibers. If you get too many and it's too wide, it just doesn't look good. There's always the Sharpie trick. If you want to do a Sharpie or an alcohol marker to fill in these lines. That's another trick. I need a couple more fibers. He's super cute. If you want to use whiskers, cool things to use for whiskers are paintbrush bristles. And then you just poke them through with a little bit of glue. I almost feel like he needs a carrot of some kind. Doesn't he need a carrot? Didn't we make carrots one time?
I don't think we did on video. I think you made carrots though.
Are you sure we didn't?
There's a basket of carrots over there.
I know, but did we do it on video?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Carrots are fun. I think we did carrots. I've made carrots. I've made them in class with bunnies. I don't know. So now I'm going back and strengthening my lines. I think we did carrots.
Mm-hmm. No, I just checked.
We did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we got
we'll
75 videos and no carrot videos.
No carrot. We might have to do carrots.
Yeah,
Carrots
cool.
are fun. They're easy peasy. They're really good to do with kids. Like if you teach any kind of classes.
Here, I'll go grab one of them and show.
Well, they're too big for him.
No, I know. You can just show them what kind of carrots you make.
Oh, isn't he cute, you guys? Look at how cute he's starting to look. Okay, what do we have? One more thing to do. It's the hardest thing. He's so cute. Bun. Oh, the basket of carrots. Here, this is what Cannon wants to see. You see, look, aren't these fun? Aren't these fun, you guys? You can make, there's a little one. Oh, there's a yellow one. Look at, there's even a yellow one. There's even a yellow one. They're pretty fun. We can make carrots. They're done with locks. It's pretty fun. Okay, maybe he isn't too tall. Maybe I was just imagining things. All right, buddy. You need some toes. This foot is not good. All right. Foot. So now we're gonna make his little toes. It's bits of pink. We're gonna make these toes. And it's nitpicky. So you're gonna make kind of a triangle down here with the wide part up here. You know, you could always draw what you're gonna fill in with a fabric marker, you know, one of those erasable ones, or just do what I'm doing and wing it. I just liked a semblance of toes. What are you trying to figure out how to get the fairy down?
No, I'm just looking at all your stuff.
The Fairy, we would have to like, I'd have to take her down and show them.
Yeah, we can post a picture on the group.
You can't post a
Something.
picture because she's 3D. You have to see her all the way around. It would have to be a video.
Post a little video and then yeah. You can show them the dragon too, big bunny.
I have a lot of big pieces, you guys. I have a dragon. I have a warrior rabbit that's like 2 feet tall that has a warrior shooting a little bow and arrow. I have a lion. What else do I have? Oh, I have the stag. A lot of you in Oregon have seen the stag. And the raven.
Yeah, the raven.
That's all, right?
There's this big sheep right here too.
Oh, well, that's just a sheep.
It's big.
It's just
Huge.
it's just a
Like
sheep.
a baby sheep.
It's not that big. I sold my Mushu pork. Sometimes I'm very sad about that. If you're wondering what Mushu pork was, it was a pig wearing moo shoes, cow slippers. He had 4 cow slippers on. He was so funny. He was a full-size pig, though. He was a big pig. Somebody wanted him really bad. So I relented. This is him just making little toes, filling in the little feet. Like I said, this is the nitpicky. Devil's in the details. People pick up your bunny and go, oh, look, there's toes. And then on the top of the foot, we're going to flip them back over and we're going to draw lines. Where the toes are. And you might have to work them a little from the side. Tiny felting. We're doing tiny felting. Hey, you know what we could do, Cannon?
What could we do?
I made that sheep pin over there. Do you see it on my other felting pad?
Yeah.
You could pick a name, or we could do a little drawing from everybody who watched today and give that away.
Let's do it.
Okay. So wait, we should have somebody pick a number. Let's do a number. Okay. Pick a number between how many viewers we got going on?
There's 35 right now.
Okay. So pick a number between 1 and 40. If you're paying attention.
Do you have the number thought of in your head?
Huh?
What's the number?
Huh?
We can't say the number.
We can't say the number. And you'll pick. Yeah, you can't say the number. Pick a number between 1 and 40. And whoever's closest, we'll show them what we're going to give them.
Okay.
And we will give away a fun pin for watching us today. So if I ever get stuck on phone calls, you guys, and I have spare fiber, I felt little pins. See, it's a little pin, a little sheep pin. So we'll give it away. I know the magic number.
There's a lot of guesses in here now all of a sudden.
Uh-huh.
A lot of numbers showing up.
That's okay. We'll look until good. I mean, how fun is this? Okay, I have another foot to do, so they still can guess. I just thought of that. I'm like, we should do this on our live videos. Give away a thing. In addition to our giveaway sheep.
That is a nice pin. It feels really solid in your
It
hands
is.
too.
It's got the new silk under here. Oh, and this is the new silk color. The new, I was playing with it. But I was stuck on a phone call and I couldn't get up and I just started felting a little heart. And then I'm like, okay, it's going to be another pin. Yes, I have a number in my head. Unless you have a number in your head.
No, you got this.
I'm not going to say the number till we're done, though. And then how's it going to be? Is it the closest?
The closest to the number for sure.
Well, what if there's two people that are close?
Then we'll have to do some kind of sudden death.
Okay. This is taking longer than I thought.
Yeah, it's about
I'm sorry.
we're an hour and a half in. Right
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, if we go too much longer, you're going to have to help me feed my sheep. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They're probably all standing out there like, where is she? They do that. If they hear me, they're like, she's here. Is she going to put food in there?
Is that your sheep voice?
Huh?
Is that your mean sheep voice?
No, that's them talking to me. If my sheep could talk, oh my gosh, it would be bad. I swear, after Spencer cleaned the barn, they're all saying like, finally.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, well, we needed it to stop raining, guys. I hate throwing new straw on wet straw. But now that it's stopped raining, it'll stay pretty dry in there. I hate when my barn gets wet. I hate it. Because that means my fleeces are getting wet. And that means my fleeces are getting dirtier. Harder to clean. Okay, we got all these little toes. Let's give him some. We're getting closer. So once you felt those toes in, you got to go back on the bottom and catch all those stray fibers. And I'm going to go back. See, I still have stray fibers over here. I'll go back and clean him up some more. But he's super cute. And then I'll do Cannon's favorite thing. And you can go back through and cut all the additional little fibers off. I don't know if a lot of you do this, but you can clean up your projects a lot that way. This guy's way more alert than this guy. This guy's like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. He's got bigger ears. I'm going to put some blush on his cheeks. If I can get this open. I like to put some on his nose. You don't have to use blush. You can always use fiber. But I just think it looks better. So I'm going to trim. Watch this. I'm going to trim his ears down. If you want them super thin, you can go back and power wax them if you have power wax. This just sharpens them up without the power wax. Yes? What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, I picked number 17.
17.
Let's see who wins. Who wins, and whoever does has to message me their address on Facebook. Like on the Liongate Farm Facebook page.
Julie Knowlton.
Julie Knowlton. I have Julie's address.
Julie Knowlton. She guessed 13.
That's the closest. Nobody guessed like 18?
Nope. Next closest was 25.
Woohoo!
Or 23, I mean.
23?
Yeah.
Okay, Julie, coming your way. I will send you this little pin out. Hey, you know what we could do from now on? Let's talk about this for a second.
She says, yeah, thank you.
Cool, you get a little pin. What we could do from now on is they win whatever I'm felting.
On the live?
Uh-huh.
That could be cool, yeah.
What do you guys think of that? You guys want to win what I'm felting when we do the lives? Might be kind of fun. I mean, who wouldn't want to win this bunny?
Yeah, right.
He's pretty cute. Okay, well, thanks for joining us, you guys. We'll do a new video next week. I don't know what we're doing yet, but I'll figure something. Oh, you guys wanted a duck. I do have a duck. A dancing in the rain duck, as a matter of fact. It's a duck with or a goose. It's a duck, really.
It's like a yellow raincoat.
Yeah, he has kind of a yellow raincoat on. He's pretty funny. And dancing in a puddle. So it's a little armature duck we can do. Again, it's small. It's springy. It's small. That is on the list to do. So join us next week and post all what you make. I want to see on the group. You know, give us a like. Need supplies. You guys all know to go to the farm page. There's new stuff there. New locks coming soon. See you next week.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. I gotta figure out how to end this now.
Oh.